My dear friends, I am Dr. Omkar Prasad Vaidya. Today I will be discussing how to prevent leukemia or blood cancer. Now, leukemia is nothing but overproduction of WBC or malignant proliferation of WBC because of mutation in the gene of the WBC forming cells of the bone marrow. And because of that, there is a increased production of immature WBC, which may cause various sign symptoms and finally may create a malignant situation, which is a hematological disorders. Though it's mainly involved WBC, but in some stages of the leukemic stage, it can harm the RBC as well as platelet count also. Now, it is caused mainly because of mutation in the DNA of the WBC forming cells, and that's why there is a hyperproliferation or multiplication of the WBC and leading to the rising level of immature WBC in the blood. Now, leukemia can be divided into acute and chronic, and it can be divided into lymphocytic or myeloid, and also it has 4 important types. In acute leukemia, most of the cells are immature, and in chronic leukemia, some are immature, some cells, WBC cells are immature, and some are mature. And there are 4 types: ALL, ML, CLL, and CML. AML is acute myeloid leukemia, CLL is chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CML is chronic myeloid leukemia. ALL mostly occur in children and common in within the age range of within 20 years. It can occur 4 to 5 years children also, and other 3 types of leukemia is common as the age advances. Most of the other 3 leukemia or other 3 types of leukemia occurs after 65 years or after 60 years. So there are various sign symptoms, like the patient may present with fatigue, weakness, bleeding through gums, then risk of infections, or they have frequent infections, fever, chills, night sweats, then nausea, vomiting, joint pain, bone pain. So these are various clinical features or presentation at the time of complaining or sign symptoms of leukemia. Now we will discuss whether leukemia can be prevented or not. Most of the time, leukemia happens in those subjects without any prior risk, or we cannot identify the risk. Since we don't know the risk factors and cause of the leukemia in many patients, it may happen that, or it appears that we cannot prevent the disease. So in many cases, or in some cases, it appears that most of the causes or risk factors are unpreventable, so we cannot prevent the disease. But it is not like that, because there are several factors or many risk factors which is responsible for increasing the risk of leukemia, and if we can decrease the exposure to that risk or causing factor or etiology, we can prevent the risk of getting leukemia. So before that, we must know about the various risk factors and causating factors or etiology of leukemia. So there are some unmodifiable risk factors like gender. Men are mostly exposed to or prone to leukemia, that we cannot change. Then age, as the risk of leukemia increases with age, except ALL, which is common in younger age or in children. Even study shows that there are children within 4 to 5 years also who are suffering from child leukemia, that is ALL. Various blood disorders like polycythemia vera, then idiopathic myelofibrosis, and essential thrombocytopenia can lead to leukemia. Now we have to handle when the person suffering from these hematological disorders, we have to treat them very well so that they don't get transformed into leukemia in future. So in this way we can prevent the various diseases. Besides, there are many syndromes like Down syndrome, Fanconi syndrome, then Bloom syndrome, ataxia telangiectasia. They have a high risk of going into stage of leukemia in future. So once the person already suffer from these disorders or syndromes, we have to give special attention for them so that we can diagnose the disease very early. So can we prevent the disease? Yes, there are some risk factors like smoking. We can prevent the stop smoking. So smoking is one of the important risk factor for many cancers, also for leukemia. It has been found that both maternal and parental and both parental and maternal smoking can lead to the increased risk of getting leukemia in children. That's why it is better not to give children exposure to smoke, so that they don't get the risk of getting leukemia in future. Another one important risk factor is alcoholism. Alcoholism can be prevented by totally stopping the drug. Alcohol can also increase the risk of leukemia according to some study. Besides, we should count down the exposure to various ionizing radiation. Not non-ionizing, ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation like CT scan, X-ray, PT scan, bone scan, thyroid scanning, radioiodine scanning. These may be increase the exposure to ionizing radiation, and they may cause DNA damage, DNA mutation, and increase the risk of getting leukemia in future. So while doctors and physicians must be very much cautious while giving or prescribing the dose of radiation exposure to a subject, because frequent prescription of CT scan, bone scan, PET scan, X-ray can lead to increased risk of getting leukemia in future. That's why we should be very much cautious while getting ourselves exposed to this ionizing radiation. At the same time, those who are working in radioactive industries or in atmosphere where there is dealing with radioactive substance, they should be very much cautious, because they should minimize the exposure of these radioactive substances, because which may increase the risk of leukemia in future. Besides, those patients who are already exposed to anti-cancer and radiotherapy, especially oncologists, must be very much cautious, because overdose of anti-cancer drugs in certain cancers like cyclophosphamide, busulfan, chlorambucil, they may increase the risk of leukemia in future. That's why we have to be very much cautious of prescribing anti-cancer drugs to cancer patients, so that it does not increase the risk of suffering from leukemia in future. Besides, we should be very much cautious while handling some substance known as benzene, then pesticide, then formaldehyde, because these are the substances whose exposure may increase the risk of leukemia. Benzene is a substance which are present in paints, then it is present in the wooden products, for color removing solutions, then in plastic solutions. So in these products it is present. So we have to always avoid exposure to benzene, or if you want to expose to benzene, you should take precaution with handle them with gloves, and such a way that you don't get exposure, skin does not get exposure to benzene, because it is an important carcinogen, very harmful carcinogen, may leads to leukemia in future. Similarly, formaldehyde exposure also is very much important, and while handling pesticide also, you should be very much cautious, as these pesticide may be increase the risk of getting leukemia in future. Besides, we should prevent infection, or we should prevent ourselves from getting infected with HTLV, human T lymphocyte virus, or human T cell lymphoma virus, HTLV. And it is a retrovirus just like HIV. It can be transmitted via sexual route, it can transmitted via blood transfusion, various blood products, and that's why you should be very much cautious while getting blood transfusion or while handling the needles, or uh, or avoid intravenous drug abuse, sharing needles, getting pricked by needles used by others, and at the same time, protective sexual exposure is also very much important to prevent the infection with HTLV, human T cell lymphoma virus 1. So that is important. There is another point, virus to be noted, that may leads to increase the risk of lymphoma as well as leukemia in future. Beside, alcohol can be should be stopped, or if you want to take in a very mild quantity, because alcoholism may also increase the risk of leukemia in future, especially maternal alcoholism. It said if the maternal alcoholism is present, or during pregnancy if the mother takes alcohol, the children in future may develop leukemia. So should be, especially what type of leukemia? AML, acute myeloid leukemia. Children are exposed or prone to develop leukemia, especially AML in future. Diet is also important parameter by which we can prevent leukemia. The diet, especially Mediterranean diet, is good for prevention of leukemia, and Western diet is very much bad, because Western diet may prone a person to develop leukemia, like high fatty diet, high cholesterol diet, high meaty diet, full junk food, fried food. These may increase the risk of leukemia in future. At the same time, foods which are rich in antioxidants, then minerals, vitamins, freshly green leafy vegetables, low carb diet may increase the may gradually over time decrease the risk of getting leukemia. So we should always follow Mediterranean diet and avoid Western diet, which is mostly nothing but diet rich in fat, rich in cholesterol, rich in carbohydrate, sweetener substance, sweets, high meat or high protein diet. These are all, or high fatty diet. These are all Western diet and increase the risk of getting leukemia. So we must avoid Western diet and always take Mediterranean diet so as to decrease our risk of getting leukemia in future. Another important substance is sucralose. Sucralose exposure is one of the important parameter, because it acts as a carcinogen and increase the risk of getting leukemia. So what is sucralose? It is artificial sweetener used by many persons, but it is a carcinogen and it also increase the risk of getting cancer, especially leukemia. So avoid sucralose and take other artificial sweeteners if you want. At the same time, you should be very much cautious while getting exposed to electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves or high power lines may be responsible for stimulation of DNA damage and ultimately leading to mutation and leukemia or blood cancer. Some study shows that physical inactivity or sedentary lifestyle may also increase the risk of some cancers, and leukemia is one of them. So those who are physically inactive have a 20% risk of getting leukemia in future. For those who are overweight and obesity, having obese, for them it is always advisable to lose their weight, do physical exercise regularly, because exercise can lower down many cancers, and according to some studies, physical exercise may be proved to be very good for prevention of leukemia. So physically inactive, sedentary lifestyle, obesity, overweight, weight gain, all those things may ultimately prone us to develop leukemia in future. So better to do exercise and keep a normal healthy weight so as to prevent the leukemia in future. Besides, some disease like Down syndrome, ataxia telangiectasia, Klinefelter syndrome, Leigh-Fermoni syndrome, neurofibromatosis, ataxia telangiectasia, Bloom syndrome, Wiskott-Eldrick syndrome. Besides, Postman syndrome. So these are various syndromic disease, and it has been found that these syndromes are associated with increased risk of getting leukemia in future. So that's why it is always advisable, if a person is already diagnosed with these syndromes, physician should explain to them about the risk of getting leukemia, and they should also cut down the other risk factors so as to decrease the risk of getting leukemia in future. So there are modifiable risk factors like we have to cut smoking, we have to cut down alcoholism, we have to cut exposure to ionizing radiation, we have to we should prevent ourselves from exposure to radon, which is nothing but a radon gas is sometimes used in homes also. We have to prevent exposure to benzene, formaldehyde, pesticides. We can avoid excessive gaining of weight, physical inactivity. We have to prevent it by doing regular exercise, and at the same time we have to prevent infection with HTLV, human T cell lymphoma virus 1, which is just like a HIV and retrovirus, and which can lead to leukemia in future. So these are the various risk factor management, or if we can prevent these risk factors or modifiable risk factors, we can more or less can prevent the risk of getting leukemia or blood cancer in future. So it is always advisable to follow this advice, and especially always be cautious while getting exposed to ionizing radiation. And especially for physicians and doctors, please prescribe or advise imaging technology or imaging method depending on the situation and at minimum dose, because rapid or excessive exposure to X-ray may also increase the risk of getting leukemia in future. So especially, and MRI is quite safe because it is an electromagnetic wave, it is not ionizing radiation. So, and ultrasound is also safe because both the MRI and ultrasound does not cause any radiation, they don't have any radiation, so they don't have much effect on leukemia. So we should minimize our exposure to ionizing radiation and minimize our exposure to benzene, formaldehyde, pesticide, and even sucralose, artificial sweetener should be avoided, and cut down alcohol, smoking. Cutting down smoking is very much important because both smoking and alcoholism, if you cut down or totally stop these two risk factors, then it can prevent many diseases, many heart diseases like heart, many other cancers also. So if you follow the guidelines like this, then we can easily prevent the incidence of getting leukemia or blood cancer in coming future. Thank you very much.